Okay, Robbie, I wanted to show you where we're at with your boy. Come here, Boone. Hey, come here. Give you an idea what we're working on. Boone, sit. So the first couple weeks in our training is all fun introductions. Introduction to birds, water, guns, decoys, calls, and then you kind of have some of the kennel environment he has to get used to, and he needs to get used to me, hanging out with me. And so we've done a lot of that. Boone and I have kind of got to spend some time together. He's got to do all the fun introduction stuff. Now, that's the good news. The bad news is now eventually we kind of have to turn into, getting some stuff done. And so what we do with this is we really kind of in the first couple weeks, I'm sort of looking to see what does the dog need. And it's very clear what Boone needs. Boone has all the natural ability in the world. He's going to be a great, phenomenal, natural dog. He's going to be a great hunting dog. What Boone needs is what we call formal obedience. And what we mean by that is Boone, obviously you've worked with him on hear, heel, sit, walking on a leash, all that. You've clearly worked with him and he does great. Except when he has an opportunity to decide to do something else. So when we talk about formal obedience, what that means is that we want the dog to do the obedience task regardless of what's going on. That's the key. Can he work with distractions? And if you think about a hunting situation, it's basically all distractions, right? The dog is sitting on a bank, waiting and waiting and waiting, and then half a dozen gunshots go off, birds are dropping everywhere, hopefully they're dropping. He's marking, then you're reloading, everything is moving and crazy and going on all at once, and he has to be able to perform those tasks with lots of distractions. So the way that we do this is through what we call formal obedience, and where we teach him, we're going to start with our three primary commands. The three primary commands that I use are heel, hear, and sit. Now I know you use come, and that's fine to use come. I'll actually try to remember to use some of that as well instead of hear, but really the dog will interpret it the same way. It's very, and you'll see why. It's because it's based on how the dog is positioned as much as what I'm actually saying to him. So let me show you how we teach this. So we teach the commands on a leash right here in the yard. Now Boone is doing a very nice job of sitting here politely at sit, which is what I expect from him. We've done this a little bit. He's obviously a pretty like a middle of the road dog. What I mean by that is he's not a a hyperactive, difficult to control dog. That's not his style. He's really kind of right in the middle, which is exactly where we want him. He's got plenty of drive, but also he does this very nicely, which is what we want. Good boy, Boone. So let me show you what it looks like. And I'll show you a few reps, and then basically we're going to do what you see on this video about 50 times a day, literally. So the idea is that we do this over and over and over and over and over until he can't think about doing it any other way. And if this really ends up being sort of what we're going to build on for the rest of our training. So, all right. Hi. Hi. Hi, Spoon. How's Spoon? Huh? Spoon. Are you a good boy? Okay. Boone. Heel. Good boy. Heel. Good. Heel. Good. Heel. Now, for me, heel means I want your nose in front of me. Heel. And your tail behind me. Good boy. Heel. And I want you not sniffing the ground. That's what I'm looking at. Three things. Good. Heel. Tail behind. Nose in front. Heel. Good. Heel. And when I stop, sit. Good boy. Good. Good. Boone's a little jumpy, and I've noticed that he's he'll jump and he'll kind of like, he's cautious of people, and I don't know if it's because I'm holding this leash or if he's just being not particularly excited about being controlled. But that's what we want the heel command to look like. Nose in front, tail behind, not sniff the ground, and when we stop, he should sit. Now, we're going to do that a little bit faster. Boone, heel. Good boy. Heel. Also, I'm walking in squares. I want him to turn with me. Good. Heel. And you see that he's kind of lagging behind me? That's him sort of challenging me. Boy. Heel. 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 Boone, sit. Good. Good. So Boone is a little bit defiant here. Boy, good. Heel. Sit. He likes to do things sort of on his own terms, which is very typical for a male dog his age. That's why you see him kind of like, do I have to do this? You know, you see him sort of lagging behind. Those are all him challenging me to see if I am going to follow through with making him do the commands. And of course we do. But all in all, that's going very well. Now, the one that is by far the most challenging for dogs is when we teach them the here or the come command on lead. And you'll see what I mean. All right, so what I'm going to do is we're walking at heel, and then I'm going to quickly backpedal, and I'm going to use the leash to pull him to me as saying here and come. So what's going to happen is he's not going to like that. Most dogs don't like being told to come. They like coming to you because they want to come to you. So when we make them come, you know, a lot of times they're like, ugh. So you'll see, I'm sure he'll do it. So let's see how this looks. Okay, Boone, heel. Back here a little. Boone, here, 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 here. Come, come, sit. Good, good. So that's a pretty rough start with our return command, but that's okay. But what we need is we need him to finish at the heel position. So we're going to do that again. We need him right here at heel to go from out in the field, come to heel. That's the trick. Boone, heel. Boone, come, come, come on, come, come, here, 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 sit. Sit. Good. Good. Nope, no laying down. Good. I also don't want him to lay down. Laying down is another way of being defiant, challenging me. Good. Boy. Heel. Boone. Come on. Here, 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 here. Sit. Good. Good boy. Heel. So one of the things that we definitely notice about Boone, Boone is very independent. I'm sure you've probably noticed that. And when it comes to working with us, Boone works with me pretty well. He works with my wife basically not at all. He's kind of a bit of a jerk to the wife. It's actually rather amusing. But he's very much challenging, and this is all based on his age and the fact that he's an intact male. He's challenging everything, which is what we would expect a male his age to do. And so that's the real importance of doing this yard work, is teaching him, no, you're gonna have to do it, bud. You know, he has his own ideas, but you know, he's got to do it the way we say he's gonna do it. And all in all, he's got a good start, but we just need to formalize it to where he does the command because we say it, not just because he wants to. That's what formal obedience is. So we're off to a good start. Good boy, Boone. All right, let's go.